spot you want to be in. So big points always going to be on the line in these online matches.
Yeah, I wanted to clarify that nothing in the world matters right now other than the LA Thieves, LA Gorillas rivalry. There's nothing that could possibly come into account here. I don't want to know about standings. I don't want to know about recent form. I don't want to know about anything. It's all about the battle for LA right now, and LAG start the proceedings with a couple of kills and into the hill.
Yeah, having an absolute riot on their way towards the point as well. Easy reads from Assault. Gets his first kill on the board, and now everybody else on the LA Thieves going to be stuck in spawn. And I mean, frankly, for 35 seconds, it's already trying to work this streak just to put that constant pressure on the pinch. Might be effective. Assault, though, doing his thing, keeping things nice and secured. He might back down, but it's a solid lead so far from LAG, and they have done a wonderful job of keeping those spawns.
Still keeping it together. Assault is about to have his run brought to an end. That's Afro. Wow, finds two. He'll take those. And on the approach to the point, can he take care of DiamondCon as well? Checks the usual spots. The team killed there. Wonderful tags from the LA Thieves. They keep things going, and now they have the lead.
And LAG, not TG team, did everything right up until the most important moment, and then they got obliterated by Afro and Nasty, who, keeping that P2 rotation under lock and key, nice and secure. And I also like them keeping the pressure over towards Broken, sort of leaving up those palace spawns in the hope that you could end up spawning LAG out. Of course, though, in the meantime, Ghosty forced to back off this hill. His team's lost a few of the gunfights, and those palace spawns now coming through for Thieves. So not ideal, but still in a pretty good spot.
Ghosty can't hold on to that forklift for much longer. Brought down. Over now towards the point we go. LAG with the bodies. Now they've got the time. 25 to go here. Can Krem get in there and slow this down? He does. What a win on DiamondCon there. Straight into the point. Nasty now looking to push the spree forward. No need. His boys are there. That's 15 plus seconds to grab. LA Thieves, fantastic retake.
Well, keeping in mind, though, for the stats front, like LAG, Ali mentioned it, not really on top of the rotations, but this is a time for P3 where they are completely secure. All four bodies up. Players push on the deep right, blocking the spawns as well. So this is the exact setup you're looking for, and the kills are flowing their directions. They're setting themselves up for a full 60. Nasty going to be to try the guy to break it down.
Yeah, Nasty doing a lovely job of roaming the backside of the map here. He's looking for that big old flank. Ghosty, another apparition on this team now, enters the fray towards the point again. Another for Ghosty. Two in a row. Can't cross the street. Nasty keeps the streak alive, though. Into the hard point you now go. And once again, it was Thieves with a solid break. They don't account for Assault in the back line, and that changes the play again.
The problem with keeping track of his Assault is these spawns are impossible to keep track of. Half of both teams were spawning out at Palace and LAG. It was the partial flip, but haha, just kidding, not really. We're still spawning at Gas, but I gotta say on the Thieves front, they still broke the hill down. The weird spawns came through, and Kremp still picks up a 3 spree while he's actually collecting the time. So Thieves, even with a little bit of, weirdness on the spawn front, still make the best of an awkward situation, have built themselves a sizable lead, and that is a rotation for the Gorillas, where they were way ahead of the game. They got the initial kills, and it simply did not matter. They couldn't execute around the time.
Well, here comes a big moment for Kremp. Eyes on those players coming out of the Palace spawn. This is first. Can't get away with his life. At least the information passed across now. Eyes on that minimap again. You should see those members of LAG spawning on the far left-hand side. They should be coming from that direction, and that direction only. Thieves know it. Guns are at the ready, and the clock is ticking in their favor.
After riding the motorcycle too, that just means he gets to sit down and let his teammates pick up all the kills. Nasty, the cutoff man, can't see through the broken window, so he's gonna fall. But this has still been phenomenal time for Thieves to get. Afro has yet to fall, now getting active from inside the point. And even on the rotation, DiamondCon might be a player from the Gorillas to try to break this down, but he is completely by himself. You see the distant angle played by Kremp. Somehow stays alive in the depths of his spawn and sends his teammate Ghosty in for the kill. Checks the corner as well. I don't know how he didn't see him in the first place, but on the Ghost battle, the man with the name always going to come out on top.
Bustin makes him feel good. 11-5 for Nasty so far. He's a man who's had a lot of criticism thrown his way since joining the LA Thieves. Too hot, too cold. Just find out if Goldilocks can get the porridge going here, because so far, this is a delicious hard point for the LA Thieves. 131 and climbing. LAG with a moment to break in. Ghosty cut down. Spree's done. DiamondCon's in. LAG with the time.
Yeah, good luck reading these spawns, though. Nasty is just behind enemy lines, maybe waiting for the moment, but maybe Nasty a bit too much of an advantage. Pieces Assault up. I saw it on the minimap. Assault had first and second and third shot. Nothing matters. He got gunned, and LA Thieves right back inside of the hill. I mean, look, it's a 100-point lead. Every single hill where LAG does something right, they bottle it and end up in a situation like they are in now, where they're going to have to fight from the back foot basically for the rest of this game.
Oh dear. Not an easy thing to do on Invasion. As Fame now tries to climb out of the KD deficit he's got himself sat in so far. Back over to P1 we now go. The first set complete. LA Thieves walking out very much on top in the opening sortie.
This is just an awkward stack too. You see the approach coming in from Thieves. They're like gonna double hit the right street. Fame though shreds player number 1. Flanks coming through. Enough for the pressure. Fame last man standing. Gets some good damage on number 2 as well, but he is still going to fall. And you see how Thieves were able to manage it, put the pressure on the flank. Even though they did not get the first 2 kills, it ends up panning out perfectly for them. They get the time until maybe more awkward spawns running through. Maybe Afro pushes up too far, so LAG get the palace spawn. So maybe one of the first mistakes. Thieves really made this game.
Oh, Nasty's right behind them. He's managed to get some damage into these players. P2's going to be wide open in a moment. The Thieves, absolute pandemonium across the map. Let's have a quick listen in and see if the comms are as nutty.
Top blue and Coffin as well. Coffin weak. Top blue,
What are you doing?
Yeah, can you bump me, please?
You can go pinch. Yeah, you can.
Diamond content.
Daytime, bro. Daytime, bro.
Low blue hitting me out, Ness. Wait, yeah, they spawn out.
Alright,
Ness and 2 spawn out. Going in green.
Three spawn out, I think.
Let's go to the next guy. No, 2 front. One more front. In green.
Extra weak.
Yeah, there's 2 street. Alright, let's go. Go street, Ness. Green still.
He's gonna be tracker.
Yeah, I'll tracker.
Let's go.
Hitting your street fame.
I'm playing square.
One shot.
Win, right? Yeah,
we're missing assault. We're still missing assault. I'm looking for him.
You're gonna be green.
Green got me. I'll see him, Ness.
Let's go Ness.
I'm gonna go Ness.
Right corner.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm pushing him out.
He's trapped right corner.
One's white car. Right corner. 3 times. Can I miss? I push you. I'm right left.
We should pressure this hold, bro.
Yeah, you can.
Top broken.
Right side hold.
SD Kev went one.
I got tree tank.
You went one.
One dead. We got hold.
Make sure we have new here. If you can get my
street.
Yeah, I get your street.
Go mid.
Yes, heard you.
Nothing on the right. Nothing on the left for you.
I'll mid then.
The left is good.
I'm holding B Dom push out. If you have my one.
One's going left late.
Yeah, one's on the right late.
I have Dom cross.
Side deli.
Pressure weak. Two front bike.
In bike.
One blue, coffin on me.
Stay alive.
Yeah,
I can play for this guy coffee.
Take out.
Fire dead.
I'm fucking.
Brooks the bike.
They
Bike came weak. I just went up by the way.
Heard you. I saw him in bike.
Actually, that's one of me.
Coffin.
Actually,
He's
that's one
going rogues.
Don't
Or,
survive.
no, we went shop. Stay alive. He went shop.
No.
Bike.
Yeah, corridor.
Stay alive. There's 2 guys. There's 2.
Deep gas in time.
You gas. Absolute burst. One shot at a time.
Yep.
Take control, play.
Watching the child at a time.
Play control.
Yeah.
Yeah, balcony. There's foot still. He's tree tank.
How can he?
Heard you.
Yeah, on the tree tank.
You want tree tank.
Sitting in
Okay,
one.
yeah, tree tank.
Go.
T1.
Not a bad listen whatsoever. Chance there from the LA Thieves, still controlling a lead. I will say though, those P2 spawns are ass.
Look, I mean, LA Thieves and the comms are doing a great job on the psychological front of just dodging the paranoia that those spawns are going to provide. It is chaos. This is the hill to like do the thing as well. So, I mean, again, the palace spawns might be ever present. Right now, it's Thieves with them. I'd say even for the moment, as long as LAG are not collecting time, Thieves are going to be incredibly happy. But if you're pinned back in Palace, somebody's going to be able to hop on it. And, well, DiamondCon has his corner. If you do get these 40 seconds, LAG, the opportunity, they got the right side spawns. You could get back in this game, but another 30 seconds they have to execute.
Yeah, good luck. Here we go. It's a war of one front so far. DiamondCon suppressing fire, not to get anything done. Afro traded out. Assault gets away with his life and nearly a cruise. Estriel gets involved as well. No one from the Thieves ever to get to the point without a rat-a-tat-tat or a bullet in the side. So now you've got a lot of damage dealt, an open hard point. The Gorillas have done their best chance. Is it enough though? Rotation done. They've got the right-hand side of the map.
It's doubly good news because not only do the right side of the map, the other palace spawn finally comes through. So Estriel is now just for free on the pinch, and Assault is 1 kill away from getting the cruise missile, which could have a massive impact on the map. Fame trying to get back in the mix. You see Assault does collect the cruise missile in the meantime, and now you're able to reposition, try to collect the actual hill time as you know those back spawns are in.
Here we go. Guns at the ready. Assault still on a tear. Nearly ends it there by a slight bit of hesitation. 35 seconds remaining on the point. LAG, you're all over it. They've finally got themselves in there. Can they identify the attack angle from the Thieves now? Nades over the top, eyes on the backline. Assault, how many can he get? None! Kremp guns him. Opening now for the Thieves to fly in.
Big Top Blue almost seems like a curse. Every player up there is having difficulty stealing the gunfights, but that is big wins again from Kremp. Shredding players in these moments. Enough for Thieves to sort of break the ice, make sure you get the time. Don't give away that full 60 to LAG, who again are still sitting on the cruise missile. If you hold the spawns for P2, get a good chunk on P1, you do have the cruise. That's the good news. The bad news, number 4 is going to spawn out, be directly behind you. Again, Thieves being gifted a pinch.
Here we go. Estriel from the hip. Any more to be had here? Nice work. Afro, though, once again. The man is a walking two-piece here on Invasion. Hard point in the hands of the Thieves. Assault's having to get the pistol out of the Renetti now as desperation starts to sink in. The quick contest. Try to hold this position as best he can. Wait for the reinforcements to show up, and they're there. Number 8's now about to hit the pitch for him. Assault might not need it. Kremp wins another big one. Hard point, though, still LAGs.
Operation Survival, though. They have survived for the moment. A few more seconds go by, and LA Thieves won't be able to win on P1, so you've done at least the slightly easier part. Now the incredibly difficult part. That rotation over towards P2. You're going to have to fight through this front line, and Afro at the front of it is picking you apart. There are no open avenues of attack and assault. I mean, you're going to have to just use this cruise missile just to keep him out of the new time.
Well, here we go. We saw the last P2. It was an absolute fiesta. This one, Nasty, meets the cruise missile of Assault. One man down. Is it enough to stop the Thieves with his iron grip on the point? The answer is nay. Map 1 goes the way of LA Thieves.
And looking good. The hardpoint wins. Maybe not consistently flowing, but hey, on the map 1 front, these guys have been golden. They have enjoyed themselves some Invasion as well. You gotta say, for the Thieves, pretty good plays through and through, winning some massive gunfights. I think even another very good sign of life is everybody seemingly was taking turns. I mean, Afro had the pop-off moments. Nasty was going on sprees at one point. Kremp started winning just huge gunfights back blue, and I mean, Dan Ghosty has been sort of the anchor so far for this squad, so really just taking care of business in map number 1, and even spread in the kills column across the board for LA Thieves. And I would say the damage and assists, especially there from Ghosty. You see how much of a presence he really is on the map, active in 38 gunfights and helping his teammates out quite a bit. That is clean work for the LA Thieves.
I think it's a really wonderful stat to sort of demonstrate when we talk about his UAV style of play, where he's always involved, he's always passing out information, and information isn't just I saw them, information is I've damaged them, I've got a stun check there. That also counts nades, although he's very dangerous to the nades when it comes to his teammates as well. But Ghosty there, a wonderful example of how effective he can be across the map. Lovely stuff. There's the Thieves now. We look across their highlights. As map number 1 was certainly theirs. Start to finish, a very, very strong showing. The Gorillas didn't necessarily get really go-in chance, I think, until sort of the very much the latter half of the map.
No, not at all. I mean, even for LAG, they had plenty of good moments early on. I mean, honestly, quite literally from the opening break, they played P1 outstandingly well, and it was in the final maybe 10 seconds of the time before the rotation comes through. Someone on LA Thieves just snaps on them, makes the big play, and they flip the spawn. So LAG are that team that, like, they're so close to playing incredibly good Call of Duty, but the small slip-ups they have are, like, devastating consequences, because they have a couple times where they're getting the 3 down, but the final guy that's alive on the other squad just making the big play. And, they just can't quite bring that level of coordination that they once had to the table. Now that all the other teams have really been improving.
And for another player on this team who really had a lovely showing there on Invasion. A lot of 2 pieces across the board. For the LA Gorillas now, it's time to bounce back in the search and destroy. Is that going to be an easy task? Chance. We saw the Monster Energy pre-game, and it does look like the Thieves might have a slight edge here, but look at the game flow. They absolutely had the edge in hardpoint.
And again, quite literally from the jump, it was, again, as soon as that rotation at P2 happened, there was virtually no looking back, even when you're starting to string some hills together from LAG. I mean, I think we mentioned it, like, in the cast of, like, you're just going to be fighting off the back foot now. If you're down 140 to 40 points, like, it is sort of a hopeless scenario. There are maps like Skid Row where you can chain hills together and go on massive runs. Invasion, not exactly that map because those spawns are chaos. But yep, over towards map 2 we are going. And as you pointed out, Afro, certainly a player you're going to be paying a great deal of attention to. I know he hasn't really hit sort of that star form in the respawns this year. Certainly a player we're looking at to pop off just a little bit more, but in S&D, absolute class. He's had some monster performances, and on Terminal, aggression oftentimes can be the key. On offense, especially one of your only open avenues, like to have success, Afro can be that guy.
We'll find out. We're going to be playing Terminal Search and Destroy in a brief moment. And again, the Monster Energy pregame certainly giving the Thieves a good chance when it comes to picking up those first bloods, picking up those defensive round wins. We'll see if they can bring that against the LA Gorillas. Chance, is this the big turnaround here? LAG have had a really wonderful start to their season. They were exciting on the build-up to Major 1. They didn't quite deliver. They have been in a sort of downward trend since then. The confidence seems to be, shaky, let's say. Is this an opportunity for the Thieves to pull away a big win and finally get a nice win on the board in the battle for LA?
Yes, Thieves are looking to run it up as is typical. There you go. Tricky word apparently for me. I would say on the flip side though, for like LAG, their hopes of making winners bracket already have been sort of obliterated. They're not going to make it. They're starting in losers bracket come the major. They just need another strong land performance, because keep in mind, for the online stage throughout the stage 1 qualifier, LAG only had 2 wins. They just went and overperformed at the actual major. So I think Gorilla is definitely going to be focused on the long term. Got to bounce back on land and show off the goods that they had at Major 1, but it's a long way away. We're starting here on Terminal, and right now opening salvo. Ghosty just gets caught trying to do the hop, and you have LAG. This is 4 players roaming together, so clearly they're bringing a game plan to the table. Everybody stick together, get those trades, go bully out this plane.
Normally it's check your spacing, boys. There are 2 snakes on the plane and they're slithering towards the entrance. Here we go. Rivals at the ready, boys. Send it! Flying in, trades. Afro walks out with his live Diamond Con. He will be the diamond back in this situation. Stays alive, all down and nasty in the 1v2. He's about to run into trouble. The timing. Dreadful, he's a dead man. What an opening round.
Yeah, and what a good play by LAG after the fact as well, just to keep the ball rolling and again sticking together. Timing could have gone poorly for him, but I mean, they were guns up, ready to go. That is an instantaneous wrap back, and I mean, that is one of the more unique sort of strats we've seen on Terminal S&D for an offensive team, and I'm a fan. That's almost like the Rio style that we've seen from the top teams. Just 4-hit something, try to overwhelm them on a gunfight presence. I mean, on defense, everybody's going to be spread thin. You almost never have anything triple, let alone quadruple stacked on the defensive end. So LAG just planning to pick them apart, and they were successful at it. Now we go for LA Thieves. Very standard, spreading the map on offense, not nearly as aggressive.
Yeah, we've certainly changed the look after that last round. This is what ranked feels like a little bit, but without the sort of finesse. No one really able to make a move just yet, Chance, but Krem, oh, he's hungry for it. Afro will be the man to go in first. Estriel, he is the captain. Oh, he's in trouble now.
Well, we've talked about this before, about shooting the fire extinguisher. That's the value. Just gets the guy out of the cockpit for the check. In the meantime, Diamond Con versus Ghosty. That battle to get top 3rd. Diamond Con successful. It is the late smoke strat where LAG completely back down and give up this bomb. And Afro not wasting time, gonna get it down, or maybe not. No trophies means a first blood for LAG.
Nobody threw a thing at the start of the round. All the nades have been expended here. 25 to go. You better get moving. Estriel dives in, trades out 1. Diamond Con from upstairs assaults there with his fist. Now it's a 2v1 again, and Nasty has been put down. Once again, LAG with a late finish.
Again, this is like the amount of things that like commentators talk about that might seem a little bit weird. These have been 2 great rounds of sort of like describing them. The fire extinguisher getting shot in the cockpit just as the clearance. Perfect example of why that strat is useful. Gets Estriel out of the plane. But then also like fake smokes and fake strats that we have to bait out utility. LA Thieves don't do any of that. They don't bait out a single nade, a single stun. So by the time they go to the site, there's no faking with less than 30 seconds on the clock. That smoke's down. You are going to be here. And LAG execute flawlessly on their nades. And that's 2 rounds. They are just picking them apart.
In the bookshop, Afro walks away with it. It's an easy read. Hey, Estriel, though, knows the end of that one. No spoilers. He takes care of business, though. 3v3. So we slow things right down. Bit of a heavier presence there from the Thieves over by A.
I think Nasty may have made a little bit of contact as well through the hall, spotting some of these players out. That's why Ghosty taking his time underneath the plane, but it's an A hit for sure. Assault and Nasty might have a battle on the flank, and Assault might get perfect timing, but it's a square up on one side and a square up in the plane as well. Kremp, well, he knows it's going to happen. Doesn't get a kill. He does back down.
Fantastic shoulders there from Estriel. Ghosty waiting for his opportune moment. Oh no! Fame manages to spot him out. The Gremlin on the wing. And now Kremp and Nasty. 30 seconds on the clock for LAG to get that bomb down. There it goes towards A. The stun check will connect. On the flank, Assault keeps his streak alive. And now Kremp in the 1v3.
Yeah, that is the key battle. Assault versus Nasty, and Assault does his job as well. Gets Kremp baited out for the free kill up top. And LAG, again, mixing things up. New strat they're bringing to the cable. They take their time, and no Afro gets a first blood. He just trades himself out instantly. So 3 versus 3. Gorilla's not upset to see it. And as you pointed out, Assault 5-0 on that spree. Might have a cruise in back-to-back games.
Wouldn't it be nice? Thieves yet to really show up here in Terminal. Don't worry, boys. There's still time to make the flight. 3-0 thus far. The Gorillas on defense.
Oh, no fakes this time either. This might just be a bully out strat. You got the trophy down as well, so things a little bit different. In the meantime, though, this is how LAG want to counter. So much pressure towards the middle of the map. Ghosty planting the bomb, the nades rolling through, everything trying to be coordinated, and everybody stuck in a corner. That's the round. That's the game. Good Lord, LAG. It doesn't get better than that.
That was an immaculate retake. Perfect nade spots. Lightning fast precision. And now a quick victory lap. Boys, look. Love it when a plan comes together. Not a hope in hell for the Thieves there. That was an outstanding round from the Gorillas.
Yeah, and a horrible one for LA Thieves. The only trophy they had, they put it like back burger. And again, there was not a single stun or nade thrown by LAG in that moment. They just give up the sight, and LA Thieves went, I know they haven't thrown any nades. I know the last time on offense we tried to plant the bomb and we got naded out, but like, it'll be different, right? No, it was not different, and it was even worse for LA Thieves because they all stacked up together and stood right next to each other on the bomb, aka the kill zone. That is a horrible strat for the Thieves.
Kudos to the Gorillas, though. You know, the stats were stacked against them, but it's 4-0, as it is for Ghosty, who currently might be looking at 006 if those boys don't get on the round.
There's just no time. And, you know, two teams mixing up the pace as well. LAG completely slowed things down, but now after 30 seconds in the round, calling the crews, get grouped up together, and I don't know what you're going to find, but you got the intel. So many players by B. Assault showing off the numbers.
Oh, this is coming home. Oh, he was so close to landing it directly on the B-bomb site. Either way, though, plenty of time and space now for his boys to fly forward. Afro holding the line, though, brought down as the trades are complete as a 2v2. Plenty of damage dealt. We should see a brief pause in the gameplay here. Let those players recharge and take this 2v2 like men at full health. Okay, Krem turns it into a 2v1 assault now. Left all on his lonesome. Can he turn this 7 into a 9? Oh, it's not going to happen, and the Thieves are on the board.
Man, with better shots, I think he clutches that. Both those players back turn right in front of him. That is one of the freer 1v2 potentials that you're going to have, but he hits the long slide and didn't get the first kill. So for Ghosty, that is just easy after the fact. And I mean, shout out to the misplayed crews as well. Adam Assault might have been 7-0, but couldn't get anything going, unfortunately, for him in that round. And I mean, Miles, you're a ranked play aficionado. You already know you just need one round. Get one round under your belt to get that momentum swinging back your direction.
You're not wrong, mate. Yesterday, you and I were on stream. We were down 3. We got that 1, turned in a 6-3 with the dub. A clean 1-4-3 SR or whatever. I got right out of plat and a diamond. Let's get it, boys. 4-1, though. Thieves now on approaching the perfect 2-2 split as they go towards those bomb sites. And I think it's starting to get a bit tense, but all you need is one, lads.
And you see they are really just trying to play for picks. Spreading the map. Assault, though, gonna get it. As long as he's not calling in a cruise, Assault has been on point so far this game. And now the plane left wide open. Afro gonna clear it. There's nothing to be found. Man disadvantage, though. It's gonna be the retakes, and he checks everything. But the old tarmac side of the map, and now a 2v4. So much for momentum. LAG remain on point.
Diamondcon's in a magnificent position not to expose himself to any of that gunfire. Nasty and Ghosty back on up in this 2v4. Numbers are not on their side whatsoever. Now B-bomb site is going to be a big problem. And Nasty, the shots are alright. Takes care of Assault. One problem dealt with. 20 seconds to go now, all down to Byron.
There's just, no time, no hope. He's going to get drilled in that moment. Those were great shots he had on Assault. That Eskies fight to Burger, not really fun through either direction, but that is all but a moral victory. LAG, they have looked virtually flawless so far on Terminal. Again, outside of a misplayed cruise, but you even saw how close he was to absolutely nailing it. So on the idea front and the game plan, Gorillas looking very clean so far in Search and Destroy. Just want to seal the deal and get back in the series. Throw themselves into control and let Assault get another cruise missile.
Heavy stack towards A now for LAG. The old classic plane bang out. Ghosty and Crimp going to be in position to do anything about this. They've both vacated. They've disembarked, so now they have to get themselves back in there. Quick checks. Down low the battle, though. Kremp managed to win it, gets a first blood. Ghosty gets his as well, so it's been a very costly affair for LAG over by A.
This is pretty problematic. Assault down low has put himself in a very interesting spot to try to make the play. He's cleared out a good chunk of the map as well, so you get the bomb down on A. You know everybody's going to be pushed up towards the hallway, and Assault doesn't want the free kill. He just wants the pressure. 35 seconds to play with.
Time now ticking. Can LAG get back into this series? This is it. Nasty, you've been given ample opportunity to clutch and you have been chokeslammed. Every opportunity. Is this one any different? Just over 20 to do it. Okay. 1v1. Nasty's baited the play. Assault's making the run. The timing. Oh, out of Assault. Saves the day for LAG. And Nasty came close, and what a play call it was. But Assault simply too hot on the trigger as the LA Gorillas find the equalizer in the series.
Yeah, no, Nasty, great read, but Cameron and COD will always be king. He played it passive and gets punished for it. Sort of a wild round as well. I don't know if Afro just like lacked object permanence, but he got shot in the back and then just kept facing the exact same direction. So he got shot in the back a second time, but terribly played. S&D out of one team, and from LAG, executed nearly flawlessly. The reads on point, the nades were there, the teamwork as good as you could possibly ask it to be. So there you go, tied up 1-1. Adam Salt, back-to-back games, completely on point, able to get cruise missiles in both. Puck and Nameless said that is their player to watch on the Gorilla side of things, and so far, at least for the individual, so good.
11-2. We'll keep an eye on those. Not a single one of those kills was traded in. A fantastic 7 spree also. But there we go. 6-1. Terminal's done. It's a 7-3-7, not a 7-4-7 in the game clock, but that's more than enough for the Gorillas to get themselves back into this series. We'll find out how the rest of the series goes after a quick break. But Chance, quick thoughts so far on this latest iteration of the battle for LA?
For the Gorillas, that was just a painful looking invasion hardpoint. We're dropping the ball in some key moments, and then the Terminal, just a painful one for the LA Thieves where, I mean, they were making the adjustments, right? Like the first offensive round they had, they died because of the nades, but it was late in the round, so they adjusted and were like, let's try to plant early. The problem was, though, the actual nades rolling through on the site. So they adjusted to the wrong thing, but at least there was an attempt, I guess.
I guess too. Well, we're going to go to a quick commercial break while you are left to guess about how those adjustments went. Back at home, LA Thieves, the Los Angeles Gorillas. Map number 3 coming up after this break.
Upgrade your game with the SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. Start the season strong with the Call of Duty League pack. Grab yourself the CDL Operator, Weapon Blueprint, and so much more. Check out the Call of Duty store in-game now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That's right, we're live in Columbus. Well, these guys are anyway. The wonderful CDL studios there in Columbus. Everyone having a good time. We're really close, though, boys and girls, to getting into our next matchup. Before we get to that, though, we have to give some love to Adam Assault, who's having one hell of a series so far. That guy is absolutely rocking and rolling. That's one for each series. You know what I'm doing, boys and girls. That's right. It's a GIF in the making. But very excited to see how the rest of the series plays out. The battle for LA is going to continue, and what also will continue is this probably will. There's a good chance these guys could meet up on LAN as well next week in Florida. We're going to be going to Major II, hosted by the Miami Heretics and Gamer G. Grab a ticket. There's not too many left, but you're able to still nab one now. If you're in the Fort Lauderdale area, come on down. We'll all be there, as with your favorite pros, putting on a show for all of you. And it's not too hot, I think, Chance. You've told me that it's actually lovely temperature for Florida in March.
Absolutely. I think you said like high 70s, maybe dabbling in the low 80s, which as far as Florida goes, that's the dream. If it's not in triple digits, I think you're happy. And yeah, the humidity's out of control, but whatever. We can go for a swim or we can stay inside and do nothing but one of the two. But for now, we go to high rise. We are going to be in the sky. I know this is a map where LAG especially enjoy playing it. A 3-2 record, not incredibly strong, but for this team, it has been absolutely respectable. You are looking for that extra edge to climb the ladder in the standings.
Oh, see what he did there? Do you see what he did there? Let's take a look and see what our teams do here as the nades, the stuns, the bullets, everything Bad vibes will be flying across the top of this high-rise building as we capture these 2 areas of land.
Hey, I gotta say, Fame had a hell of a route straight through the middle of the map, put himself under the heli steps as well. I was gonna say, one of the bad things about going day off the rip, giant exploding propane tank. It can be cause for concern, but outside of that from LAG, everything else has been on point. Adam Assault 2-0, you get 1 tick on A, you're keeping the pressure up. Maybe Ghosty on the flank is gonna be a bit of a concern, but everybody else for Thieves off spawn.
Yeah, off spawn, they're doing what they can to get over there. The second segment, I do believe, was not completed. Wow, goal line save there from the LA Thieves. Done a brilliant job of holding on to that one. They're now going to try to fortify that position, fly across over towards B, where a lone member, Fame of LAG, is capturing it.
Very difficult to actually capture a zone before you get trophies on the point. Nades are going to be a problem, and out for Fame. Honestly, I was going to say, you might want to hop off the point because all of your team just died, and if you die with them, you're stuck in spawn with 0 map control, and here we are. You are stuck in spawn with no map control. This is going to take a minute to get out of.
Oh yeah, this is tough. There's 2 of them in there now. Oh no, there they are. Nasty and Ghosty. The Ys are in, and Nasty with perfect awareness. Oh dear, LAG are going to be leaving their spawn now. Bad looks in the life count department as LAG are starting to bleed out somewhat. Yeah, it's not getting any better. 21-17.
Joseph's turn as well in the player cams. As always, there's number 4. Number 5 might be feeding into him. He gets back down on the nades, and that's enough to take down Ghosty. Now you just have to kill every single other member of the LA Thieves to get out of your spawn. Nasty next in line. Diamond Con drops him, but barely, and well, at least for LAG, they've made it out, but you're back to square one trying to capture this zone.
It feels like Nasty's got 200 health in this game. 11.5. The clock has been stopped. It's a contest, though. Final kills. There we go. Is Fame able to get on a B and stop it? Nasty there to intercept. Fame's got to make a move. Clock's ticking. There we go. Wins the fight. Stays alive for a moment longer. Afro up next. LA Thieves. Trades complete. But Assault last man up. He keeps the play going. Don't die, Adam. Please, no. Oh, but away we go.
At 2.2, I mean, Diamondcon's doing the thing as well. He is completely overwhelmed, and he is traded out, but now Fame has made it back towards A. Number 5 off spawn. Where do you want to go? Towards your team? Towards the other zone? With 2.2 on the clock, you get an extra tick. He's gonna read Ghosty as well. Yo, there is no shot in a 7 versus 3, right?
It's happening. It's happening. B's done. Couple of kills. Oh, this is gonna get ugly. Minute to play. 3v6. LAG not out of this yet.
I mean, it's extreme TDM. You don't have to move towards the zone at all. Just play for kills. There's an extra. The 3v7 now with 3 versus 4. There's no reason to hop the point. None.
No way.
Right now, get the kills.
Just they're doing it. Fame's still alive. It's now a 3v3. I don't believe it. We're watching Estrel gets away with his life.
Oh
He gets
my
Ghosty
God.
as well. 2v2. I don't believe what we're seeing.
Indeed, just haven't forced him to the point. Nasty, you got to get the trade on Assault. Assault knows they're both nearby. He's been the, not the clutch king. He's been the cruise missile getter, and he's not going to get it there. What could have been if Assault was able to finish either of those final kills? They could have pulled off just a ridiculous clutch. And for LA Thieves, look, this is a team, they don't value their lives at all. They are willing to die for the cause at any given moment. Unfortunately, though, there is a respawn amount. Same thing for the search and destroy. It's bad to triple stack the bomb site when you have 3 nades on your feet. So I'm glad they have no fear in their hearts, but you know, fear is a natural reaction for a reason.
Yeah, it's also the mind killer. We'll see, though, if the LA Thieves value their lives whatsoever in the attack towards these zones. They're willing to give their lives for B, for democracy, for liberty, and for Super Earth as well. Why the hell not? Fly forward, boys. Guns at the ready. LAG are lined up for the fight.
Yeah, and you see a heavy, like, sort of B Street stack as well. Diamondcon finds a nice first blood and is a distraction to get everybody else killed as well. Afro, last man standing for the team. And again, you at least want to have one player out and alive just to keep up the pressure so you can make it out of your spawn. The moment where LAG got 4-man wiped, where things spiraled out of control, but Afro doing a great job staying alive. He might fall, but at least you maintain some semblance of pressure down this B Street.
Damn.
Nasty keeping things squared away.
That's Byron Plumage right there. Top propane, absolutely laying pipe. Keeping Fame at bay. 44 seconds, the clock has been stopped. The B zone is now being captured.
Crud, you see, like, head on a swivel. He's worried about underground pushes. Yeah, Estriel on the mini-map was just everywhere for a moment, so difficult to find, difficult to sniff out, and even harder to kill. Ghosty now for this man Ford for Thieves, and just does a wonderful job picking up the 2 kills, and that'll open up the floodgates. Clock has been stopped again, and Ghosty, the tear continues.
He is an issue, truly. As he has spooked to the Gorillas thus far. 2-man stack on B. That should go pretty quick. Second segment long gone. LAG with a nice pressure. And it's the nades that are really getting the damage done. The second man now reinforces the old conveyor belt. Keeps production flowing. B toasted. Over towards A we now go.
Took a little bit to make happen, but that is a good deal. Tough slide though, so Assault's going to be able to pick up 2, but an extra minute to the clock. Way more lives, though, I'd say, for both of these teams, because you had Thieves were able to get a stack, so less time to work with. They're going to be focused on the objective. Kremp right now working with Afro up the middle of the map, and Kremp maybe doesn't need much help. Good lord, that kid can shoot.
He's shooting. Oh, the timing for Afro. No problem. Still walks away with at least 1. That's not bad. Less than a minute now. Great coverage there from Ghosty. Afro's forward position. Oh, stays strong until Assault wins the gunfight. Only a single man here for the Thieves on A. Estriel and co will be able to wipe the slate clean. You've still got a lot of presence right now for the Thieves.
Oh, Estriel wins an extra one as well. I was going to say, Estriel wins a big one towards the middle of the map, and then he ends up giving you 2. So, nice little moment there for LAG. And now Kremp doing the old faithful, taking a tumble off the map. He's going to fall. That feels like a dagger. And now the lives actually do come into a factor. Ghosty, please stay on. You can't throw this one away. Question is, does Estriel read it and he hop up?
There's the hop, there's the read. No problem whatsoever. 20 plus seconds to go. Estriel and Assault find the kills. The final lives for LA Thieves now dwindle out rapidly. 2 remain. And that should be the equalizer for the Gorillas.
These have been 2 fantastic rounds of TDM between these 2 squads as well. And talk about a moment where, like, you really cannot afford to waste any lives. Falling off the map is always going to be problematic, but I think LAG did enough on the defensive end a little bit earlier. Again, Estriel slamming everybody in the middle of the map. So nice bounce back round. All tied up on the round count front. Thus far, defense reigns supreme, but only barely.
Well, Kremp takes a tumble. He's now found on the corner of, what, 5th and something, way down low. Get the Wilhelm scream at the ready for that one. LAG, ride that momentum. See if they can't find an attacking round now. The Thieves dig deep. We go again.
And I think the Thieves are going to dig deep for LAG. You're just looking to avoid that one sort of poor moment where they got 4-man wiped. Got to do a little bit extra on the offense just to keep things up, squared away. Ghosty, nice shots, back in Diamond Con down. You see a double underground hit. Afro pressures on him. Slide back and forth, able to get 1. Why not give him 2? That is the SMGs on LAG. They meet their maker. His name is Afro, and LA Thieves now crawling back around your spawn.
He's back at it again. Afro. 3 now in a row. Oh my god, he's dancing. The timing's not great. Oh, mana! 4. Fresh mag! Estriel poops the party, ends the spree. Slight lead there in the segment capture front. There's ticks for LAG. Only by 1 right now. But that's a great place to be sitting, Charles. You want that defense around 5.
Great spot if you can get there. Absolutely. Still going to be the nice little fight, though. Everybody around helicopter. I mean, the B Street side of the map is left wide open by both teams right now. Diamond Con shooting him through the crack. Nice wins. Assault able to take down Ghosty for the trade as well. You've opened up the floodgates, able to get that pressure on A. But I see a trophy top helipad, and I don't see one on point, so maybe going to be a little bit more difficult to survive. But for the moment, LAG, all the kills in the world are flowing their direction, and they got a 2-man stack on the point.
That was a big lead. Oh, it's 3 on A. Say adios to that, but Afro away. Oh, good God. That's a 4-man wipe for the Gorillas. They're all down. Thieves, fly forward. High rise is yours.
Much like my rank play teammates, nobody wants to watch the flank and you get punished like that. Hey, that's not you. That's, I mean, randoms too, man. It's troublesome. Not easy on high rise.
No, not at all. Still, though, the fight continues. Final seconds as the Thieves have managed to keep the Gorillas in a stranglehold. Don't let them get out of the office side of the map. They take the lead.
It's also like Operation Not Get 4-man wipe for LAG. Granted, that one happens much later in the round, but I don't know. I'm also not a huge fan, I don't think, of seeing the trophy getting tossed down top heli and not having one on the actual zone. I know the flank was the bigger problem than the nades, but either way, defense continues to reign supreme. This one much more dominant on the side of Thieves. And a round like that, certainly on the gunny front, you're feeling a lot more confident going into this next attacking round. Which, frankly, this could be a nice little TDM round. You never know.
See how it goes. Well, the trophy up top of heli could have been a very, very slight error, but you never know. Go see a nasty
I'm nitpicking for sure. Yeah, nitpicking for sure.
That makes a big difference, man. Well, the nades are up. B zone slowly but surely getting captured there. Ghosty's on a 3 spree. Afro having a great map so far at 21 and 16. And here's your UAV in action. Info passed over. First segment of B gone.
Good kills as well. A couple players off spawn. Dan Ghosty, maybe the time to fry. You see he gets another one helping his boys on the point. And unfortunately can't quite get the read on where the pressure in spawn was coming from because they ended up being on both sides. But in the meantime, 2 ticks of progress already through, but Nasty completely by himself. Double chow is going to happen. And LAG, the coordination is there for the double chow to make sure they stop it. A minute left on the game clock, and now LA Thieves turning their attention maybe towards this A zone. One player on the point to stop the clock. Afro from up top, and there's that pesky propane tank again, and it's going to be hurting LAG.
Oh dear. Contest Fame holding on. Brought down. Dimacon. Brought down. Last man up. Estrel towards the point, and Afro, he's put himself in between the team and the point. Body block in the play. Finding the kills. 3 in a row. A's nearly done. The second segment now toast. Estrel forward. Crimp guns the pair of them as the Thieves are absolutely eating Gorillas alive.
Oh, those are big shots. Oh, Kremp is still going too. The extra damage is there. In the meantime, it's the B zone. Nasty back to his home. Nasty, by the way, watch the flank for the squad. Bottom blue. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, LA Thieves.
That is unbelievable. We've never seen that before. They captured both zones at the same time. It was poetry in motion. The Thieves have just run high-rise control in that final round like we have never seen before.
And Miles, I'm just glad you caught it. I'm over here. I'm yapping. LA Thieves are executing. I saw Nasty on the B zone coming off spawn. I didn't realize his boy got out to A as well. So I was thinking long-term, LA Thieves way too quick with it. And again, those are back-to-back dominating rounds that they just threw on high-rise, both on the offense and defensive end. I mean, just taking turns, slamming. Dan Ghosty, 29 kills, 5,100 damage, and Afro. That's the type of performance I'm looking for from him. Kept up with Ghosty in the damage category. 26 kills as well to boot. Not too shabby. And of course, double-digit assist from him and Kremp. I can't believe Kremp went 15 and 24 the way he was shooting towards the end, because he seemed to be completely on point. But a 3-1 victory, you will absolutely take it every day of the week.
Every day of the week. Highlights, boys and girls, of the high-rise. That was a fun one indeed. And shout out to Ghosty, his second respawn in this series, where he's dropped 5k damage. He's absolutely shooting today. The first round was a fun one. The second round, again, LAG bounced right back into this. Lots of good kills. Again, Chance, not a bad look whatsoever, but that final round, that is one that we are definitely going to be going over with a fine-tooth comb, getting rid of the nits that you were picking earlier about trophies and whatnot, because it does all make a difference. Watch out for those lights, boys and girls, especially if you have kids. They're an absolute nightmare. But wonderful stuff out of the Thieves. They take the lead in the series.
Yeah, well, the nitpicking thing I was trying to do was just talk about Nasty actually watching like the bottom blue flank for the team. So instead of going for a triple stack when you don't need to, making sure you keep the map contained so no funny business takes place. And I mean, Nasty got traded out bottom blue while his teammates still got the pressure on A, but off spawn went right back to the other zone. So it was just a real constant force out of LA Thieves in this game. And I mean, these are the big moments towards the end. This is where the ticks start flowing through. Everybody on Thieves right there doing their job.
Slaying. Good stuff from them there, Gorillas. Whoa, boys, you've got a little bit of work to do. As again, confidence starts to get sucked out of you when you lose a map like that. We'll see how they can bounce back. It's all smiles for the Thieves. We now go to sub-base. Oh, baby. Sub-base hardpoint. This is going to be an absolute banger. Will this be the end of the series? LA Thieves looking very strong in the respawn so far, but sub-base Chance is a totally different beast. Can we go all the way to that invasion, search and destroy?
It is certainly a distinct possibility. Certainly earlier in the year, Subbase was a pretty fearsome map coming out of the Gorillas, so maybe not necessarily a comfort pick at this point in the year for them, but they've had a certain degree of success, so map 5 maybe on the horizon. But again, it is a new Subbase compared to stage 1. Gorillas haven't had as much success on it, so still a bit of a question mark we're going to have for the map 4. Really for both of these teams, because even for LA Thieves, I know the hard points have been flowing their way a bit more, but I know a lot of those have been the map 1s. They've slowed down just a touch, but these are the stats on Subbase, hold percentage. I mean, just everything maybe slightly better on the hold front compared to the breaks. 5%, that's actually insane. I was going to say better from LAG, but 20% of a break percentage isn't particularly great. 5% is wild.
Dead last at 12th there in Subbase. So what are we thinking here, Chance? I mean, if the LA Gorillas have got the hard point, there is a very slim chance that the Thieves break it statistically.
Well, you know, it's a few different things. One, that is partially the old LA Thieves roster with some of the map repetitions on Subbase. This is the squad. It's not like they've been grinding the new one out. So again, 0-2 record. That means they've broken one hill out of maybe 15 tries or 20 tries, whatever 5% would be. So again, some old stats coming into play for both of these squads. Not quite modernized just yet, but yeah, I would absolutely want to stay ahead of the rotation game if I'm LA. That's terrifying to look at.
Well, eyes on the minimap. We'll keep you updated with the movements of the Thieves on those rows, but for now, it's a go-go straight into P1.
Go-Go Ghosty, who's got the outer lock down for you, but the Go-Go gadget time. Neither team going to be able to collect. LAG the first one to hop on, but Ghosty making his presence known. All for trades, though. Gorillas again. What we saw in Invasion, strong opening break. The game plan executed completely on point here. So far, so good for Gorillas as well, but when things get mixy, how well can they perform? So far, it is Thieves maintaining those P2 spawns. That time, keeping things under control. No one from LAG able to get out of their spawn just yet.
Yeah, nice stuff so far. One thing I want to bring up very quickly, of course, Kremp in that last map didn't exactly have the greatest individual performance. He's leaning forward so far. In this matchup, we've only got his hair available on the player cam. So that boy is locked with a capital L. Let's see if they can get the dub.
I mean, why move the monitor closer when you can just lean in that far? We don't need neck strength into old age. We can just burn out while we're young. Fame able to pick up a nice gunfight, potentially to kill the back spawners. And there you go, the spawn out's taking place. Now for Gorillas, you need to hop on this zone immediately. Fame gets number 5 in a row as well with the nade. And he's the main factor for these guys to get the break on the time. Now you're looking for the crews from LAG. This is everything going right.
Yeah, jokes aside, LAG. Oh my god, then he lined up and given Fame another one. He doesn't get the cruise in the end. It's not going to hurt too much, but you do have to get these players away from that window. Ghosty now barging in through the top side. Coverage there as Assault's got the doorway. And they're in. Good comms, though. LAG maintain control here. They don't have anyone on the point for now, but Assault's got himself a 3, nearly a 4.
All right, trying to drew people out, but that's a big break as well, I'd say, for LA Thieves. Stripping away that time, getting the final maybe 10, 15 seconds, and you see how far ahead of the rotation that they are. And Ghosty even wins an extra one in the meantime, so he's coming out to his teammates. There's 2 over towards P2. Someone might have gotten through the right side of the map, but he gets to pick that up off spawn, and everybody else just gun forward. Afro looking down. Snow, Diamondcon there to pick him up. That is step 1 for the break for LAG.
Step 1. Here comes step 2. Open off 1, 2 trophies atop one another on the inside. Lovely work there from Assault. Finds himself another. Damage to Ghosty, not enough for the kill. Upstairs is Estriel. Bringing the damage, not the kills, though, as the rest of the members of the LA Thieves have spawned up so close. They're well and truly back in the fight. LA Thieves rotate early, hold the point.
And I feel like we've gotten a pretty distinct look at what it's like to play against pros if you're not on point with, like, even just the trophies, right? So many POVs on both teams where players are just getting peppered up by every single stun and nade seemingly in the game. Another one by Estriel gonna connect, so it is not easy to play at the pro level. Players like this always on point with their utility, and Kremp on point with the gunny. Drops the head, but through the middle of the mat, Diamondcon likely going to be able to pick up 2 kills or set Fame up, and now you got to test that 5% on the break front. Oh, no. LA Thieves are so far away.
Oh no, let's see how it goes. The odds are not in their favor, chat. Diamondcon on the hunt. He knows Ghosty's around here. It's just the heavy patter of footprints through the snow. And it's 3 down again. And the LA Thieves have not sniffed the point in 30 seconds.
And they might be chalking it up too. Or maybe one last attempt. I guess they get that sort of entry kill, but these are problematic moments. Nasty getting called out by Diamond Con, and the trade comes in from up top. Now around the zone. Assault kind of last man standing. Actually had number 7 to back him up, and yeah, absolutely no breaks coming through, and more bad news. Number 4 ends up spawning out. That is not the time you want to be pinching this time.
Oh dear. Well, we've got a bit of a rotation taking place bottom side of the map. Diamond Con's the only man here for LAG to help out Estrel now. Late reinforce. Okay, it might be all right. The Thieves are in early. Strap in. They should be getting the time.
And they can hold. I mean, that percentage is quite a bit better. They haven't actually turned to read the P5 warehouse spawns coming through just yet, but they didn't want to take the short route. LAG, they're going to be working through the middle of the map. Assault, though, not going to be sneaky. Afro going to spot him. Trying to reposition to actually get the kill, but now a bunch of kills lining up in the middle of the map for him. Great damage done. Forces a team kill as well. So Afro has done his job, but Assault, the first man he called out, still keeping that pressure up on P2, but all of this time has gone the way of LA Thieves. A perfect hold so far.
I mean, once they get in, it's fine. Ah, there we go. Late break still. Man presence there for the Thieves. You might lose the time for a moment. Not a perfect 60, but very much their hard point. It's all theirs, boys and girls. An insane stat. And it's really playing out. The breaks are not good for the LA Thieves, but now.
And again, staying ahead of the rotation game. That's exactly what we want. That is LAG getting wiped off the map at one of the worst possible times. So you're going to have to break this down, and Afro's the player that's going to be starting. It does the extra bit of damage, and again for Afro, he's just calming. This is 3 players around the class. Just keep the guns forward. It's easy for Nasty when he gets to L trigger. 14-9 for the moment. And a P1 where LA Thieves have gotten every second of time.
Statistically, it looks like neither of our teams are very good at breaking these hard points. Oh, that could be it. Fame. Nice kill there on our Afro. That's the hard point going the way of the Gorillas. And for a brief second, Kremp and his hair get back into this, get that player off the point, and keep it white.
And again, it's even the thing of like right now from LAG, they're not getting any of these time. You're also not going to have the spawns towards Noob because you can't get past Afro when he's piecing like that. Back to square one, back into your spawn, and if you're trying to work through the tunnel, it just feels horrible. You're running into death in the middle of the map, and Ghosty, the dealer, at least to Diamond Con and Fame. I don't know how good your shot is, but against Nasty in a moment like this, working through tunnel is just so difficult.
Oh, well, Fame and Diamond Con find a way through. They punch a hole. Afro looking for number 4. And it's an awkward fight, and he wins it. Lovely finesse. Keeping the play going. 40 seconds here on P2. Creeps in. Big win there on a Diamond Con. Now guns up at the ready, and Afro and the rest of the boys with the LA Thieves pushing these players out. The spree comes to a close. 30 seconds to go, and the Gorillas have not even come close to this hard point.
And I just know that when we're going to look at that data view after, when we see the line graph of time collected, LAG, I think, have scored maybe 2 seconds of time since that back sub hill. So they've been getting obliterated. Not likely to get a 100-point club. They do have the rotation over towards New, but similar towards the invasion, they're just having to dig out of a massive hole.
Oh, keep digging. This is a tough one. This could be the final hill here on the map. We haven't heard from them yet, so let's dive in with a listen in with LAG.
Deep right there.
Naps play for spawner. There's 2 double play for spawner. Double play for spawner. You want one bunker. Bottom in the back.
Tunnel.
Frank up through right.
He's left side. Go stay down. Tunnel weak, Kyle. That's right. He's still right.
And one challenge 10.
He's by the box. 30 seconds. I'm gonna block.
Yeah, I'm trying to work for this though.
They can still one of this.
Yeah, 5 seconds. I think you bought 10 and 10.
Man, we can
jump down here. Jump down the boxes.
One shot holding.
I'll be up in. Bunker. That's clear me. 10 meet Nasty.
And it was a short and sweet listening because it's nearly the end of the series. LAG, the hope fading as the hold from the Thieves incredibly strong. That is its chance. The battle for LA, another chapter, comes to a close. This time it's the Thieves with the win. It's the Thieves with the 10 points. And it's the Thieves with the thumbs up and the smiles.
In effectively dominating fashion as well. I know the terminal is certainly one that they're going to go back to the drawing board on, but the respawn, I mean, that's about as good as it gets for LA. The best they've looked this year, and in a match where you almost want them to have that extra edge. They're getting wins. They're going to be in winner's bracket. You want them to have a good showing at the major. You got to be dominating a team like LAG. They do exactly that. Sub-base, not remotely close. Really just running a rampage in all of the respawns. In back-to-back rounds they had on high rise, especially on point. And I mean, again, good love to everybody on the team for LA Thieves. Everybody doing their jobs. Kremp, 14-11, feet might have been up, but still dished out the most damage, at least on his team. And even seeing that from Diamond Con, less than 1,400 damage, only 8 kills. Stage 1 versus Stage 2 DC is a story of 2 different players. And this squad needs that bounce back come land time, because online has not been favorable for them. But LA Thieves keep the ball rolling. Overall standings,